Picture this. You ask your child to do something simple, like pick up the clothes scattered across their bedroom floor. Instead of cooperating, they look right at you, cross their arms, and shout, "I hate you." Immediately, your heart starts pounding. A hot wave rushes into your chest. Before you even realize what is happening, your voice gets louder, your shoulders tense up, and you physically brace yourself for a battle. We have all been there. You are not a bad parent for feeling this way. None of us woke up today wanting to yell, and nobody wants to live in a house filled with constant arguing and chaos. But in that heated split second, a psychological trap snaps shut. You feel an overwhelming urge to regain control, to prove your authority, and to show your child exactly who is in charge. This is what it looks like to step into a role called the fighter. When we step into this fighter role, we think we are teaching our kids how to behave. But raising our voice and enforcing our power doesn't actually teach them a lesson. It only sets off a destructive tug-of-war that shatters our connection with them. Let's look a little closer at that initial reaction. Is that hot, rising feeling in your chest actually anger? Think of anger as heavy armor. When a child defies us, we feel small, so we throw on this spiky suit to appear powerful. Hidden beneath that tough exterior are normal fears. We're panicked about failing, losing respect, or being completely overwhelmed. Here is the tragic irony of that armor. It might make you feel protected and dominant in the moment, but you cannot hug someone while wearing a suit covered in spikes. The parent who yells is essentially a protector who feels cornered. They are using the loudest tools they have because they don't yet know how to use the softest ones. Children are master mimics. They learn how to handle stress by watching us. If you approach a disagreement wearing heavy fighting armor, your child will inevitably build their own prickly suit of armor to survive the encounter. This creates a miserable stalemate. You pull harder to assert control, and your child pushes back with equal defiance. Round and round you go in a totally unproductive loop. Dr. Shefali Tsabary developed conscious parenting to address this cycle. Her work shifts focus away from fixing the child toward understanding our own internal reactions. Doing this requires a brave choice. In the exact moment your child acts out, you have to resist the urge to yell. So you take a slow, deep breath. You remind yourself that this small person in front of you is not your enemy. They are just a human being having a really hard time. True parental power doesn't come from forcing a child into submission. It comes from having the emotional maturity to drop your own armor first. Let's rewind the tape and go back to that messy bedroom, standing face to face with a child who just shouted that they hate you. This time, you notice the heat rising in your chest, but you pause. You intentionally soften the muscles in your face, and you physically crouch down so you are right at their eye level. Instead of shouting a threat, you speak softly. You might say, "I can see you are incredibly upset right now." You don't punish them, you don't raise your voice, and you don't force them to pick up the clothes that very second. Watching you do this sends a powerful signal straight to your child's nervous system. When they see you intentionally take off your heavy armor, they finally feel safe enough to take off theirs. By leading with connection, you influence your child's behavior without damaging their sense of worth or the bond you share. Think about the next time you find yourself in a standoff with your child. You will probably feel that familiar heat rising in your chest again. In that exact moment, ask yourself one question. Is your next action designed to truly connect with your child, or are you just trying to win a fight? In the end, the only way to actually win the tug-of-war is to simply drop your end of the rope. If you find this information useful, then like the video and subscribe to our Conscious Learner community, and press the bell icon to turn the notifications on.